Welcome to Cooking with Briar, a show in which we cook, and I'm Briar. Today we'll be making oatmeal cookies from this recipe that I think I made? Question mark? Honestly, I don't remember if I took it from a website and altered it, or if I just came up with it. I don't know. First step of cooking is always to wash your hands. We'll be using the same soap from yesterday, which is this soap. I guess not yesterday, but whatever. It's good to wash your hands before cooking because pathogens and germs, but also because it's gross. You cannot wash your hands. Wash your hands. If you're gonna wash your hands, wash your hands. Wash your dang hands. Anyways, second step of cooking is always to read through your recipe. Now, I'm not gonna make the same mistake as I made last time, which is not melting the butter beforehand. Now, this recipe does not call for melted butter. It does, however, call for soft butter, and this ain't soft. This is the opposite of that. I'm gonna pop this in the microwave for about 10 seconds, and that'll get it pretty soft. Anyways, I forgot to mention this previously, but it's good to cut up butter before you try to melt it or soften it, just so that the heat distributes more evenly throughout the butter. Microwave! Now that our butter is thoroughly softened, we're going to take a look at the other ingredients we have, which is brown sugar, regular sugar, oats, because we're making oatmeal cookies, flour, oh my god, everything is falling, vanilla, and cranberries, which are optional. Oh, also salt and baking soda. So, there's a lot of ingredients today. First things first, we're going to add the butter. If you have a mixer, highly recommend using a mixer. I have a mixer, but I hate mixers, so I'm not going to be using one. So here is the brown sugar, and we're going to get the white sugar. I forgot to mention that the brown sugar was 1/4 of a cup. The white sugar will be 1/2 of a cup, but I'm using the 1/4 of a cup measuring cup because it's a fraction and I understand how fractions work. Anyways, so you're gonna want to whisk the sugars together with the butter to cream it. Now, don't take that out of context. This is a cooking video, so. Where did I put that knife? Oh, there it is. Anyways, I wish whisks were you never got things stuck in them. Get the hell out of my way. So this is what mine looks like after I've whisked it for, I don't know, some minutes. I was looking at the time. So now we're going to add our egg. I may have forgotten to say that there's eggs in this when I started. There's a singular egg. Now, it's always important to, after you touch an egg, to wash your hands. So that's hand washing. The sequel, there is vanilla. See, I have really, really good vanilla from Costa Rica because I have family there. If you don't, sorry about it. Sucks to suck. Get family in Costa Rica so they can give you all the good vanilla. And I mean, this is the good stuff. This is the stuff you could only dream of getting if you have dreams about vanilla, I guess. So you're gonna add the egg and the vanilla, and you're gonna mix that in. This is what it should look like after you've fully incorporated the egg and vanilla. I'm gonna do something I would not recommend, which is not mixing your dry ingredients before adding them. For this recipe, It's cookies. It doesn't freaking matter. And I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. So I'm gonna add in the flour, the oats, this baking soda, and the salt. So I'm gonna get a cup of flour. And we will be using a cup of flour and then 1/4 of a cup of flour, which is this one. Now normally, if I wasn't making oatmeal cookies, I would use 1 cup of flour and then 3/4 of a cup. But since we're using oats for the oatmeal part of oatmeal cookies, we're not going to be adding that. These are oats from the oat store, I guess. We're going to be using a cup of oats and then half a cup of oats. And I'm currently using the 1/4 cup because I couldn't find the half cup. Now we're on to the baking soda. I also, when I went to the store the other day to get baking powder, I also bought baking soda for my family because I'm just that kind of guy. Yeah, no need to thank me. Half a teaspoon of salt. I forgot to say how much baking soda. Oh, my bad. So I just added half a teaspoon of baking soda using, again, 1/4 of a teaspoon. Okay, maybe I couldn't find half stuff. Maybe this is all I got. Now I'm going to be mixing everything together. So this is also a good reason to use a mixer. Is because you get the arm workout of a freaking lifetime. And I like using a mixer because, sure, it may be more convenient, but it's loud. And I don't like it. And I refuse to use it. And why would I change that now? Riddle me that, Batman. You can't. I'm gonna grab a different thing. I've grabbed a spatula to mix things in. This is doing something. I don't usually make oatmeal cookies, I'll be honest. But that's okay. Because sometimes you gotta out of your comfort zone. And you make oatmeal cookies because, by Jove, you really want oatmeal cookies. Now I'm adding the cranberries, which are like the crayons of berries. And if you don't like cranberries, don't add cranberries. If you like cranberries, add cranberries. If you like cranberries but want a nut in there, put a nut in there. I'm not God, and I ain't your dad. Do whatever your sick heart wants. I think I'm cooked. My spatula is falling apart. On to spatula 2. Don't ask about spatula 1. That's life, baby. You get with it or you have your spatula break in your hands while trying to make oatmeal cookies. This is how the cookie dough is looking after pretty much incorporating everything. This is a lot denser than you'd think. Dough is as dough as it will be. I'm using a scooper thing for obvious reasons, and I am scooping them and I'm putting them on a pan. Now you could chill this. Am I going to? No, I don't want to, but you could. I'm not gonna stop you. Honestly, with any recipe I do on this channel, you could do whatever you like with it. I am no Puritan when it comes to really anything, least of all recipes. So, these are looking weird. You know, it's always okay to shape things with your hands, even if it makes your hands kind of icky. And by Jove, it is making my hands kind of icky. Back to the sink I go. Anyways, so half your guys has stayed down. Yeah, that checks out. My day has yeah, been pretty similar to what you just said. Take that as that is. I think I could put a couple more onto this pan. I say, scooping the biggest frickin' scoop. Oh my god. Oh my glob, guys. This is not mathematical. This is not mathematical, chat. Get this guy out of here. This guy being me. Oh my. Yeah. So what if I'm insane? So what if I'm insane in the frickin' membrane? What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. This is making my hands so gross, man. This is the first tray. In reference, that's how big my hand is. So, that's how big the cookies are. Every time that I make this recipe, I do something different. So, I cannot say with certainty how many cookies this makes. And also, it greatly depends on how big your scoops are and how many cookies you want. Personally, I'm actually not a super big fan of sweets, so I know. Hang me. Which style? But, so I don't make that many. But I was really wanting oatmeal cookies, which I guess is like the least sweet version of cookies you can make. So, trivia on Briar, I guess. Golly. No. My hands. This is tray 2, or pan 2 of cookies. I'm gonna be putting these bad boys in at 350 for approximately, I think, 11 minutes? Probably 11 minutes. I was wrong. It's 10 minutes. Hey man, I have never claimed to know how to read numbers. And so what if it's my recipe? So what if I made it? But 11 was kind of close to 7 to 10 minutes. So actually we're going to circle back in like 9 minutes, okay? Because it's already been a couple, so just don't worry about it. These are the cookies. After roughly 10 minutes. Let me poke them. Now, I am neither a professional nor somebody you should trust to not get burnt. So don't do this at home. But seems like they're done. I guess 11 maybe minutes was the right amount of time. Here's what I call a cooling rack, which is used to cool things such as hot pans and cookies, or even hot pans with cookies. You never know. You never know. Let the cookies stay on the pan for like a minute or so, or until the pan doesn't burn you when you touch it, because that's an important step of cooking cookies. Okay, I can touch the pan without burning myself. Always good. So that would be really funny if I couldn't, and then you just watch me burn my hands. Anyways, just the bottom of the cookies, just top of the cookies. I never claimed that these are going to be crisp cookies. Okay, so if they look a little pale, sorry about it. Oops. Hey, I'm only one guy. You cannot expect the world from just one guy. Anyways, here's the other pan. Much more crisp. Well, that's because I put them at the bottom of the rack. So, and it looks like, oh, I'm really good at counting. 13? These are 13 cookies. So, a baker's dozen. I'm just gonna taste them. This is my rack of cookies. I'm just gonna taste them here because I don't want to sit down because these are cookies. So you shall get my honest, very honest, not edited, not cut, nothing. A burger CEO could never do this. Reaction to these cookies. And I'll be trying one of the pale ones. It's better than I thought it would be. Yeah. That is a cookie. Here's the inside. That's the bite I took. It's a lot gooey on the inside than I thought it would be, which I'm not complaining. I love a good gooey cookie. But yeah, that concludes Cooking with Briar, in which we cooked, and I'm Briar.